Guys, welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and this is part 2 of the Serial at Midnight spotlight on all things Doctor Who. Part 1 was primarily just an overview of the Doctors themselves. In this video, we're going to talk all about collecting. It's about the books, the DVDs, the comic books. So stick around, and we will be right back. Alright guys, as I stated at the top, this is all about collecting. I've been a Doctor Who collector for about 15-20 years now. I come from a different era. I come from the 90s era of collecting, and the 2000s is very old school stuff. So I have things like the Doctor Who Annual from 1979, and I have, what else have I got over here that I wanted to show you guys? The Doctor Who Program Guide. The Target novelizations were the books that really kept Doctor Who fandom going. But lately, we've gotten some cool stuff, like the books have evolved into things like this. This is part of the 50th anniversary collection. I still don't have them all. I'm still chasing some of them down. But like each Doctor, they would, not Target novelizations, but like Doctor Who The New Adventures, which was a book series that came out after that. These are reprints with new forwards and all that stuff. There's also other, but you know, when Doctor Who was brand new, the relaunch had just hit airwaves. They had books like this, this beautiful hardback book. When the 9th Doctor hit the airwaves, I could not get enough of him. We only had, 13 episodes of him as the Doctor, and I wanted more. And these books really allowed to dig into the 9th Doctor, and they sold really well, and it became like a thing. So like 10th Doctor has even more books, and then every Doctor seems to have more and more books. So books are a great way to keep track of Doctor Who. We also have things like the Doctor Who FAQ. I've talked about these FAQ books before, and I'm a big fan of them, but they're not actually FAQ books. They're really just deep historical books that give you the history of each of whatever subject they're talking about. So like this is not in an FAQ format. This is just an exhaustive history of Doctor Who from the early days, the conception, all the way up till just a few years ago. Here's some more books. Engines of War, this was a really good, this is, I think, the only War Doctor book that we're going to get. And then Inside the TARDIS, The Worlds of Doctor Who. Good stuff. One of the more interesting items that I have is, I have a 45, the vinyl, of the Time Lords, Doctor in the TARDIS. You've heard it, I'm not going to put it in the video, but you know this song. This is like the sports mashup of the Doctor Who theme song. I'm also a K9 fan, and somewhere in this house, I have a 45 of the K9 and Company theme song. They were going to spin K9 off into a pilot of his own show, and well, they did. They filmed the pilot, and they were going to spin him off into his own show, and it didn't. I don't think it went very well. But there was a single of the K9 and Company. It was essentially just like K9. The magic, right? Like, you want this yourself now, right? Look it up on the interwebs, because it's amazing. It's amazing that it exists in the first place, and it's even more amazing that they put it out on vinyl for people, like on a 45, so people could buy. The bulk of what I have now, and I think that that's probably why a lot of you guys are here, is DVDs and Blu-rays, because, that's really the best way to keep track of the show, especially with, it was on Netflix for a while, I believe, and then it was gone, and I think maybe now it's on Amazon Prime, but it's all over the place, at least in the US. I'm not sure about the UK, but it's hard to keep tabs on the show, because it's moved a few times, and even then, I'm not sure that everything was represented. It might have been, don't get me wrong, it might have been, but I'm not sure that we ever had access to all of Doctor Who. So obviously, like I have the Matt Smith, the 5th season, I have Christopher Eccleston's 1st season of the relaunch show. The thing that's frustrating for us in America, not for you guys in the UK, for us in America, we got this in 2013. And it was great because we had the DVDs and they gave us the Blu-ray for the first season of the new show. And it was like, sweet. And then they had release dates for the David Tennant years. And then they pulled the release dates because I guess this didn't sell very well. So I am stuck with just plain standard definition regular DVDs, which I have since learned my David Tennant DVDs are bootlegs because I bought them on eBay, and I guess they are high quality Chinese fakes. So beware, Doctor Who collectors, of eBay high quality Chinese fakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import, when they go on a good sale, I'm going to import season 2, 3, and 4 from Amazon.co.uk. I do have a region-free DVD player, but I haven't gone region-free Blu-ray yet. But that brings me to my DVD set. I have been collecting Doctor Who DVDs for years. I'm early 2000s. My first DVD, as far as I can remember, was the original release of the 5 Doctors. And I'm going to roll footage over this of my collection so you can look at what I've got. But as you can see from the video that I'm showing you, I have switched my focus from the American releases to the British releases because they are insanely better. Just as an example of the care and the love that goes into the British, the English releases, the UK releases of these shows, I'm going to show you some comparisons. So here is the US copy. Now I don't have this in the UK copy, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So this is the American copy of the 3 Doctors. Fantastic episode. We've got William Hartnell, John Pertwee, and Patrick Troughton, the first 3 Doctors, all in an episode again, together. It's not, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's nice. But if you open it up, we've got like a mailer card for, it's fine. And then the cover, just plain as you would expect. So nothing particularly stellar, but certainly serviceable. But here's a British release of, this is Terror of the Zygons. Silver DVD case, so you've got that space thing going on. We've got a booklet, so let's check the booklet out. That's very important to a collector. We've got, information about this episode, about the season, information about the cast, each actor inside of it, and then like a rundown of the special features. So already we're better than we were with the US release, but it gets even better because logos change over time, but if hopefully this will show up on the camera. So this is the BBC logo. This is the newer, it's not new anymore, but at the time it was new. This is the newer BBC logo. It's this purpley maroon whatever little rectangle with the BBC logo in it. But if you've been collecting the Doctor Who range on DVD, these for a few years, that's different. That's not going to match. So the thoughtful people behind this have given us a reversible cover art, and it has the old To Entertain DVD logo on the side, so that for those OCD collectors out there like me, everything looks good. All the spines match up on your shelf. So I'm in the process of getting the British releases of these. What's awesome to me about these, and again, just pop them into a DVD or a region-free DVD player and you'll be set. What's awesome about these is that they, like American releases, go out of print because still in America, there's not much of a following for classic Doctor Who. Everybody's interested in the new stuff, Matt Smith onward, whereas in the UK, these seem to be selling very well. They're very popular and they're all in print for about £6.99, for under £7, sometimes £8. You can get any disc, and that translates to about $10, maybe $11 American. So as you can see, like I'm in the process of converting. What I'm trying to do more than anything is finish my collection of certain Doctors before, with the British discs, before I start rebuying the ones I already. So anyway, I was buying some discs from eBay, and this guy was selling like tons of his Doctor Who DVDs. I was like, hey man, why are you selling your DVDs? Do you don't want to keep these? These are awesome. I hate to see a collector and a fan, giving up the hobby. And he was like, no, what I'm doing is I'm selling my discs because the US discs have so much more of a rarity attached to them. And then I'm taking that money and buying the UK discs because I can sell 5 American discs and get 10, if not more, of the UK discs. And they're better anyway. And I was like, And so I got to looking, and he's right. And so now that's what I'm doing. So that's really it, guys. I just wanted to show you my collection, talk about collecting. What do you collect? You know, do you collect the Funko Pops? If you do collect the Funko Pops, are you frustrated that we don't have all the Doctors represented in Funko form? Because I am. What do you collect the books? Do you have a favorite book? Do you have a Target novelization or a New Doctor's Adventure, like one of the novels that you think is a must-read? I'll say this, one of my favorite Doctor Who authors is Paul Cornell. Just weigh in. Let's weigh in the comments below. Let's talk collecting Doctor Who. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you taking your time to watch it. Head over to serialatmidnight.com. Click on one of these links and check out some of our other videos. Thank you so much. Give this a thumbs up if you like it. And I will catch you later.